Yo, what's up? It's Martin Garrix and you're watching BPM Radio Australia.
Hi guys, now we're joined by the awesomely talented Martin Garrix. Martin, thank you for joining us on BPM Radio Australia.
No problem, thanks for having me.
Now Martin, tell us firstly, let's take it all the way back. What was the first influence that you had in your life in terms of music?
In terms of music, I played the guitar.
You play guitar?
Classical Spanish guitar for, I think, 6 years, 7 years. And then in 2004, I didn't listen to any electronic music at all. And then in 2004, Chesto played at the Olympics, and I saw that and it kind of hooked me. Started buying his CDs, buying other compilations with electronic music on it, like trance, dance. I don't know if you know it, but the band Librand compilations, which were really big in the Netherlands. Yeah, from that point I started saving up some money to buy my own DJ set a couple of years later. I installed a program on my computer a couple of years later to make my own music, and I just started messing around.
Yeah, and how old were you when you actually started to produce?
When I started, I think 10, 11, but it sounded like shit. And it became, yeah, like really more serious 2-3 years ago. And then 1.5 years ago I got signed to Spinning Records, and then that's the moment we created Martin Garrix. And I started releasing my tracks under that name, because before that I didn't really have a name, which I put my tracks out.
Yeah, so, yeah. And what did you actually do to get discovered? Were you sending them your tracks?
No, I made a track for a friend of mine. It was a ghost production, so I made a track and I gave it to him, but I got the credits, but he was the name who got it outside, because I didn't have my own name yet. And that track got signed to Spinning Records, and it became quite big, and then they invited me at their office because they saw me at the label copy. And yeah, I played them my other stuff and they signed me.
There you go, congratulations.
Thanks.
And was this always what you wanted to do? As in, have your DJing and producing as a career, or were you actually did you have plans to go to uni, for example, and study something else?
No, I always wanted to do something in the music industry, but I didn't really want to, yeah. For me, I just wanted to make music and to DJ for myself and for my friends, and I didn't really have the intention to get it worldwide.
And tell us about your latest track that I saw on your social media, Proxy, that's going to come out soon. Yeah, how did that come about?
I don't know, I thought it was time for a new solo track, and I made the track and I played it out live very, very often, and I didn't know what to do with the track, because I got so much tracks which are not even finished. Proxy was for a long time not finished either, but I just play it out live to play something different than what the other artists play on the festival. To play some exclusive stuff.
Yeah.
And then Spinning really liked it, and yeah, we're going to release it. We just posted a teaser, I think right now 2 days ago, and we are over 600,000 views already, which is crazy.
Yeah, and when's that track coming out so that people know when to go get it?
I think somewhere around Winter Music Conference.
Winter Music Conference?
Yeah.
Beautiful. You're playing there?
I'm doing Ultra.
Ah, doing Ultra. Sensational. And what about Future Music Festival? What's your experience been like so far here in Australia?
Yeah, one word, crazy. The energy. I'm doing Future Music and Good Life in Australia.
Yep.
And both the festivals are insane. The energy which the Australian people give towards the DJ is unreal. And I came here the first day and it was so complete. It was insanely hot. I was sweating out, and I was standing in the shadow, and the crowd was in the sun. So I was like, how could you possibly jump that much? I would collapse. But yeah, they just drink enough water, and they are used to it apparently, and they go completely crazy, which is super cool.
And do you have any pre-gig rituals, Martin, that you like to do before you get up there on stage?
I'm very boring before I go on stage. I like to watch the other DJs, their set, so I kind of know how the crowd is, and yeah, besides that I'm just chilling, drinking my drink, and yeah, not that much.
What about after the gig, to come down from all that adrenaline? Do you like to do anything to relax?
Yeah, then I'm not quiet at all.
Yeah, you
then
like to
then I
party.
start to party.
Yeah, we've seen all the photos on social media with you and
Yeah.
Danik and Dyro and
Yeah.
Hardwell and everyone there.
We had some really good times.
Yeah, and you've been up on stage with Bassjackers as well, haven't you?
Yeah, with Bassjackers. Then also in Perth with Hardwell. Yeah, it's so much fun.
You've got a track that you remixed of Bassjackers, yeah? Kraken?
Yeah.
Did they approach you about that? Or?
No, it was just, I really liked the original, but so much DJs played already the original one, so I asked them, hey, could you send me the parts so I can just make a little edit. Then I changed the break, the melody and the second drop. And yeah, I just started playing it out live, and then we decided to release it, and the reactions were very well.
Beautiful. And let me ask you this question about animals.
No.
No, I'm sure a lot of people
Yeah,
ask you about animals. No, but the question I wanted to ask is, because you had so much success with that one track, do you find that anything that you produce afterwards, maybe you sort of think, oh, is it going to be difficult to sort of reach that level again of success with that track? Like, is it something that sort of lingers in the back of your mind every time you produce?
No, I honestly don't care right now. For me, I just make new music which I like, and yeah, if people don't like it, then don't listen to it. And there are enough people who like the stuff I'm doing right now. And also on YouTube, like, people are hating, and like, okay, you always got haters. And in the beginning I felt like a kind of pressure to make something which would do the same which Animals did, like storm up all the charts and getting played on every radio station. Yeah, but right now that's all gone. I had Wizard, which did really well in my eyes as a follow-up, and I got right now so much new tracks coming up, and I honestly don't care if they're going to do it as good as Animals, because as long as I keep the people happy who are really following me,
That's
I'm
exactly
happy.
right. And what software are you using to produce, Martin?
I use FL Studio.
Another FL Studio user?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you used anything else, or you just exclusively
I
use that?
tried to switch to Logic because I'm attending a special producer academy.
Yeah.
And on the academy we learn to work in Logic. That's the software they teach us in. So for school stuff I have to work in Logic, but I tried to switch to Logic, but I don't know, I always kind of switch back to FL because I work faster in it. If I have an idea in my head, I can
Get it out there a lot quicker.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're a student at the moment, aren't you? What are you studying, Martin?
It's called dance producer. It's like a special. Yeah, it's on the Herman Broad Academy. It's a special academy for producers, musicians, but also for singers, for bands.
Okay.
And I'm doing the producer part, but yeah, you got hip hop, you got rappers, you got guitar players, you got all kind of different musicians on that school, and that's really cool. It's a really great musical environment, and I'm in my last year now.
Oh, beautiful. And what have you got any advice for up-and-coming DJs and producers that want to be like you?
Yeah, be a computer nerd and lock yourself in a studio and just create music, because that's what worked out for me.
And how long have you been producing for, Martin?
5-6 years, I think.
5-6 years. And how long was it till you started actually seeing results?
Well, the first 3 years I produced music, it sounded like crap, like really not good at all. But I had some really great ideas at that time, which I sometimes still use right now. Animals, for example, was a track which I made, I think, 2-3 years ago, and I never finished the track, and I never released it. But then January last year I started listening back to all the projects, and I heard the melody. I was like, damn, it's catchy, I'm gonna use it again. And that turned out to be Animals. So the first years I started producing, I didn't release like a track because it didn't sound good, but I had some really great ideas which I still use right now if I don't have any inspiration.
And finally, Martin, what do you have planned for 2014?
2014 is going to be one crazy year. I'm playing so much great festivals, like Coachella, Ultra on the main stage in Miami. Yeah, I'm playing some other. I'm playing Creamfields as well on the main.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, they're just really big shows coming up, and yeah, track-wise, I got 10 new tracks ready, something like that, including some very big collaborations. after Proxy, my new track with Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike is coming up called Tremor. Then I got a new track coming up with Sander Van Doorn. I'm working on 2 new remixes. I've got some other solo stuff and so much new stuff.
Insane, insane. Well, I'm sure we'll be playing all of them on our radio show.
Cool, thanks man.
There you go everyone, Martin Garrix.